Hey everyone, this is the Noble Artist here, and today in this tutorial Tuesday, I'm going to show y'all how I make this is going to be a variation of the lightsaber that I made. I made some of these in the past. It's been a long time actually since I made a lightsaber, and the funny thing is about this tutorial is I've never made this one before. I literally just have an idea in my head, and I know how to use my materials and what I'm capable of, so I'm just going to make one that I've never done before, and I'm going to hopefully get it done in this video, and I'm going to show you guys the principles of how to make a lightsaber. Hopefully you can follow this tutorial, but again, I'm totally just winging this video. This isn't something I made before, and I'm remaking it for a tutorial like a lot of my weapons and stuff I've made before, and then I'm just redoing a tutorial and showing you how to do it. This is completely off the cuff, but for those who don't know what a lightsaber looks like, this is what Lego made. It's not bad, it's pretty cool actually, but this is the one they made, and it's kind of bulky. It's not, I mean, it just has a lot of extra stuff here, and it does look nice, but for those who want it to look more realistic, or they just want to customize their own just because they think it's cooler to actually make their own stuff, then this tutorial is for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into this. What you're going to need is some metal. I have metal cut in various lengths, and then a little piece of fabric. My twine is somewhere, which is a little bit easier, but I'm going to be using this fabric for the handle. A little piece of dye rod is actually going to be the main part of the handle. And then I do have these two lightsabers. There's a different way to make a lightsaber if you want to make your own, but I don't have that material with me, so I'm not even going to bother getting into that. But I do have these lightsabers, and this one I want to make a blue lightsaber because blue is represented by the Jedis who are more skilled with lightsabers. Their dueling skills are a lot better. They're like the warriors kind of. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a blue one because I like it. So that'll be the weapon, or that'll be the saber that we are going for. The tools that you will need, I do have my tweezer bees. You'll need some glue, and that's probably it. You might need some scissors. I have these little scissors here to cut the metal with. But first thing we're going to do is take a piece of metal about yay wide. If you don't have metal, you might be able to use some other type of material, but I've never tried it with anything else. So what you're going to do is take this and simply wrap it around the blade. I'm also going to use a technique that I've never done before. I'm hoping it works. It might not work, and if it does, you're going to see it live on camera. I'm going to be using a magnet technique in order to get this to stay a little bit better. But you want to wrap that around the blade like so. You can see how it's all the way around it, and it fits all the way up and down. Now with that, we're going to take that piece off, and then as you can see how it doesn't really fit exactly in there, it kind of wiggles around. That is where we're going to take a different piece of fabric, which I should have pre-cut. Oh, I should have done this earlier. So let's just go ahead and cut a piece of fabric out like so. So we're going to take a piece of fabric and put it at the top of here so we can make that wide enough for that piece of metal to go around. So let's get a little bit of glue. Put some glue there. And then you're going to just gently set that down. Woo! Hopefully this works. Sometimes glue on wood and fabric, it works really well, and other times not so much. So I'm hoping for the sake of this video this is going to be one of the times it actually does work, which it appears that it's not. But anyway, I'm hoping to get better at using fabric for other things like clothes and capes and all that fun stuff, because I want to do some more Jedis, and I have a lot of cooler ideas to do that are outside of Star Wars that using fabric is going to be going to come in handy. Maybe try to do some League of Legends characters or some military stuff, and then I really want to do some more samurais and things like that. Try to do like the 13 Court Guard Squad. But that's going to involve a lot of fabric work because all they have is fabric. So I'm hoping to get a little bit better as I do stuff, but it's kind of tricky because there's nothing really to go off of. There's no tutorials or guides for that. So I will have to pave the way for myself. So as you can see, I'm just putting this glue around here as I measure it, making sure that I'm not going too much, and I'm trying to just see if that's going to be good. Do a little bit more. I just want it to be a snug fit, because if it's not, then it's going to be crooked, and nobody wants a crooked lightsaber. Snip. Okay. That should be good enough. If we can put that on there. Okay, so that fits right over there. Not too bad, not too bad. Now, now that I'm looking at this, it might be as big and bulky as the actual Lego one to comparison, but it might not be. It's a little bit smaller. Anywho, now that we have this here, let's put a little bit of glue on this piece. So this is going to be a two-part. Well, I'll do it this way first. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the side, and then we're just going to slide this metal tube back on there. Hopefully that's going to be straight. Okay. So now this is the tricky part, because measuring this right here, I can see that it's not as tight as I need it to be. So this here is where I'm going to use the magnets, which I have right here. You get these magnets off of eBay. Those are super cheap. I got like 100 of them for a couple of bucks. Super good deal. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue. If it will, it's kind of hard to see what I'm gluing when I'm putting it down there, but put some glue down there. And then I'm going to drop my magnet. Hopefully it goes up right. Oh, it didn't. Great. Drop my magnet in there like so. It's not in there straight. Well, it kind of is. Okay, sweet. So now what I'm going to do is hopefully get the... Whoa! Oh no. Ooh, you guys okay? I know that was kind of scary. Scared. Come on. Tripods. You know, they never work when you want them to. So anywho, I'm going to try to figure out which side is the magnetic side. Not that side. So I want that side. I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to put it back in there, and then I'm going to... It's not exactly how I wanted it to do. I might have used the wrong magnet. Tartar sauce. That's okay. Like I said, I've never made this before, and I'm totally just winging it. So let's see here. Let's try to pop that magnet out there if possible. It might not be possible. Okay. So we got both sides of the magnet here, which... Did they get glued together? Oh, are you kidding me? So you don't want to glue your magnets together, because that's not cool. I will deal with these two later. I'm going to set those aside. I think I might have messed this up a little bit, people. You know what? I'm going to do that part last. Because I don't know if I messed it up, and I'd rather not make it worse. So let's go ahead and grab our Lego guy, see how much room we're working with. So we got about that much room off the base of the saber, so not a whole lot, but it's enough to work with. We are going to now take this other piece of strip of metal. It's a little bit not as wide as the other one. Bend that around another piece of this dowel rod. It's a toothpick. Just clarifying that it's a toothpick, nothing fancy. Bend that around a couple times. Slide that off. See how it fits. Ooh, nice fit. Realizing that it's too wide, we are going to unravel what we just did and cut it a little bit thinner. So, if for those who are following along, basically don't do what I just did because it's the wrong thing to do. We're going to go ahead and trim this up just a little. Like so. Wah! Okay. Now that it has been trimmed, we're going to bend it back over our toothpick. Like so. I realized that I was out of camera view. You kind of need to see it, don't you? I guess that's kind of how it works. Put that knob on. Make sure Lego Man can hold it. Okay, that's good. And now for this piece, I'm just going to go ahead and find my glue. There we go. And I'm just going to put a bead of glue at the end. And then that's going to dry. And that should be as it is. Now, as is, it looks like a German stick grenade. But trust me, it is not a German stick grenade. But although if you're trying to make that type of weapon, this is probably how you would go about doing it. So if you want, I can do a tutorial on how to make that, because I also want to start doing more historical figures and more military stuff. So I definitely want to do like some World War II and one type figures, because I've seen a lot of people do them and I think it's really cool. They are fascinating, so they're on my to-do list. I think it'd be a lot of fun to try to make a modern day soldier too. Don't really know how, because I know a lot of people, they buy like helmets and weapons and all that fancy stuff, but I like making everything that I use. So it's gonna be a really cool challenge and to try to do that. And I do have some sculpting clay that I'll try to get a tutorial on it as soon as I figure out how to use it. I had a clay back in the day that it air dried, but this other stuff that my dad got me for Christmas, it's really good, but it's super soft, and it air dries, but it's so squishy that it's kind of hard to mold it. So I got some Sculpting Clay, and it's a lot sturdier to move, but you have to like treat it in an oven. So it's kind of tricky, but once I get that done, or once I get that like the hang of it, I can probably do some tutorials on how to make stuff, because the things I've looked up, a lot of people will use that for like supply packs and ammo belts and like a lot of stuff that those historical figures have. So look forward to that eventually, because it's going to be fun learning how to do that. So this basically, I'm doing the same thing with the top part, trying to get the right width to go in a Lego guy's hand, because I don't want it to be too tight, but I also don't want it to be too loose, because if it falls out of his hand, then you're not going to be able to play with it. But if it's so tight that you can't get it into the hand, then you might accidentally break it, and we don't want any accidents to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. I think that might be good enough. So that is the blade itself, or not the blade, this is the blade. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is the handle, the hilt, all that stuff. And if you can see, it fits right into the Lego's hand. And it is, if I can find it, where'd it go? It's a little bit smaller than this big old honking thing. So far so good. Now, before I get to the blade, because that part's going to be a little bit tricky, I'm going to put some detail, a little detailing. So these smaller pieces, these smaller little itty bitty little strips of metal are going to go around it like so. There's also one other piece that I forgot to cut out in advance, which is actually, I'm not going to put glue on that just yet. I forgot to cut out the no, I can't think straight. It's the button. I forgot to cut the button out for like the on-off button. Every good saber needs an on-off button. So let's just go ahead and put a little bit of glue. That's a lot of glue. A little bit of glue in here. I'm actually going to start this at the back because I don't want the lines that you see, because it has to have a start and stop line somewhere. And I don't want those to be, actually it might be easier out of his hand, I don't want those to be like, in front of the handle. So now I got some glue on that. We will wrap it all the way around, and then where it stops, figure out where that is. Do a little cutting. Like so. Sorry if I keep like clearing my throat and it's annoying. I just had lunch before I did this because I just got back from work not too long ago. Well, it's been a while since I got back from work, but I had work this morning at 5 a.m. and I didn't get to eat before I left, and I didn't eat when I got home. So I just kind of wolfed down something, so it's like lingering in my throat. So bear with me. Now we're going to take the second one. Now I know this is taking a lot of time, and you're like, Joel, you're making a video that's like 10 years long and I don't have that much time to kill. I do apologize. So I hope you have the foresight to skip ahead and get to the highlights of this video, and hopefully this will turn out at the end, because like I said, I've never done this before and you guys are along for the ride. So we're going to put this other piece right there, going to match it up. Come on, glue, don't let me down. Yeah, okay. Now there's a lot of different ways you can customize the sword hilt or the handle once you've made it. Once you got the basic shape down, you can add all sorts of things to this, but I thought I'd keep this one relatively simple, and what's simpler than a couple of stripes? That, and I've seen a lot of sabers like this, so I'm just trying to copy it. And there's a lot of stripes, or these rings on the Lego. Actually, the Lego handle. Oh, that's way too much glue. We use the other half of this toothpick to clean off some of that extra glue, because we don't want it going everywhere, because then you run the risk of gluing your fingers to it, and that is never fun. This, from a personal experience, I've glued my fingers to many things, and it is not fun. Okay, so the next piece, we'll do the last one over here, and then I will move on. And then, like I said, there's a lot of different ways you can do this. This is just my way. You probably have once you get the base down, the base idea, you can kind of do whatever you want. And then we will put this one here. So we're going to have one on the bottom just because it's a thinner piece. And I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention when I did the bottom part, and that's why the groove doesn't line up with the one on this, but that's okay, because like I said, it's the first time doing it, and it's not going to be a big deal, and when you paint it and all that stuff, it's not going to it's not going to stand out a whole lot, and it's like minor details. So wrap a lot around like so. Okay, yay, it's working. Okay. And then I'll probably figure out how to do that really cool new lightsaber from the movie, the new one, and the guy's name, who I know, but it's one of those things where you know it, but when you're trying to think of it, you can't say it. But that Sith Lord who has the lightsaber with the handguard on it, that thing is sweet. So I'll probably try to do that one too, or that whole character. So that is that so far. Now with this part with the blade that goes in and out, it's supposed to go in there, or actually it does, so technically you can just use it as is, like that, but I wanted to put the magnets in there so it would stay in even better. But I'm going to get the other piece, the piece for the button. Now let's see, the button you can use a lot of different things, and I won't be able to paint this in this video, but the thumbnail will be of the painted version, and then if I do an update or my next custom or whatnot, I will show you the painted version. But I have this little thin wire that I got. It was like from an alarm clock or something, some random electronic. but just cut off a little piece of that. And let's see, that might actually be a little too big. But this here is going to be the red button. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Now that's a really, really small piece. You might not be able to see it because it's really blurry, and I just dropped it. There we go. So, whew, okay, take this piece, and we want the button to be on, it's holding like that. Let's put it right here. I'm just gonna, let's see, I'll put it right there. It don't matter. Actually, yeah, it does matter. I want it down lower. Alright, there. That's where I want it. Okay, so drop that on there like so. And then once this dries, I'll be able to paint it and put the red on it. So that is the button. You can see how it pops out just enough. And then we can fill in that bottom part with something else, but for the sake of this video not being forever long, I'm not going to do that for now. But I am going to attempt to put this lightsaber in with a magnet. Now I do have two different size magnets. I have the ones on the end that are a little bit smaller. These are powerful magnets, so I'm just going to try to do it with that one. But I'm going to do this backwards. I'm going to do it the other way around. Now ideally, actually I might even try to do this right now. I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, it's not going to work right now, but I should have done this in hindsight. Burning a hole into the hilt or into the base of this lightsaber so the magnet will fit up in there will make it a lot easier to do this. That's actually what I want to do with this, but it's not going to happen because I'm going to need to heat up a piece of metal and stick it in there. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to do it a different way. But ideally, I would want to embed the magnet. So we're going to try to do it this way. I'm going to try to do it this way first. And if this way does not work out, then I'm going to end the video because you've already kind of seen what it is. And then I will attempt to do it the other way. And you guys can see it like that. You guys can see it. I'll have an update. But I'm going to glue these magnets to the base. And it's kind of crooked. I don't know why. And let's see. Did I glue those magnets together? No. Okay, so boop. Got that magnet on there. Oh, it's going to be tricky because I got to get that lined up. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Because, like I said, I've never done this before, and I really want to do it the other way around. I'm going to go ahead and... it's on there pretty good, actually. I really want that magnet to be in the blade itself. Because if you can see, there's a lot of wiggle room there. And if it's not in there precisely, then I might run the risk of gluing it in like at an angle, and it won't be like even straight on. It might be off a little bit, and that is something I'm not really comfortable doing because I'm a perfectionist. But we're gonna YOLO. Okay, we'll try it, guys. We'll try it. If it messes up, it's your fault, because I gave in the peer pressure and you pressured me into doing it. Is that going to stay? Ta-da! It didn't work. Great. Okay. So yeah, this video is going to be on forever. But I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to put the magnet into the blade so when it sits flush in there, it's going to be a lot easier to work with. So I hope you all somehow managed to... I dropped my magnet. There we go. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something if you know how to do this or not. I'm just going to put it back into his hand. If you want to see more tutorials on things like this, let me know. I'm going to get this to focus a little bit. Come on. But this is how I made my lightsaber. out of scratch, and it's a really good proportionate lightsaber. Again, you can do this double-sided if you want. You can do however you want to do it. You can add fanciness all up and down this, but that is what I have made. This is what Lego has made, and as you can see, it is a lot less bulky than the one that they have. I think I actually might have, no, I lost that one. But this here's my Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he has the one from Lego. But if I was going to give him this new one that I made, not only is it cooler because I made it, but you can also put some magnets on it, and it can fit on his belt. Hold on, I'm going to try to get that so you can see it. If you use those same magnets, you can put it on the belt, and it can just hang off of the side like that, which that actually looks a lot more proportionate to a Lego guy having that hanging off his belt, opposed to trying to make, whoa, it's rolling away, having something like that hang off his belt. So if you're trying to go for more realistic and stuff, this is definitely more doable, and it looks a lot cooler. So anyway, I'm rambling at this point, but I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you can make this, let me know, because I want to see what you can do, and this may come in handy in the new contest coming up, so you might want to practice how to make that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hitchhike it if you like it, actually. Please fist pound the subscribe button. It helps me out a whole lot if you're new to my channel. Also, if you're the first person to leave a comment on my video, you'll get a shout out, which I'll put right up here. And if you have content, I'll put a link to your videos, or to your channel, so people can go check out your stuff. Don't forget that all these figures right here are on eBay. They have, I think, 1 day left, so I will put a link in the description down below. Check it out. Buy these because they're awesome, and I'm not making them again, so if you want them, now would be the time to do so. Yeah, that, and then my next update, I will show you the finished product. I will, keep dropping it. I will, I will show you what it looks like, the finished thing, and I'm going to paint this, of course, for the thumbnail. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much again for watching. I've said that 3 times already, so I hope you know that I appreciate you. And God bless, and take care, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.